someone else was driving the stagecoach and was like, I don't know how they were going so fast and like blew up the stagecoach.
Oh, that's one of so people have been they mod it the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen the one where they throw the dynamite at Micah
Yeah.
and he's like
Before
just a
the
walking
cutscene.
yeah, the cutscene and he's like looking around and his like skin's all gone.
Yeah. They just keep
What?
talking like nothing's happening as they burn to a crisp.
Yep.
I'm always missing the Halloween event, so I've never got to see the zombies come out of the grave.
Oh, Red Dead. Oh, Undead Nightmare?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. I loved Undead Nightmare.
Right? It's that one little town by Louisiana where you get the headstones and stuff. They come out of there or something like that.
Wait, is that in the second one?
That's in the second one, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I like Red Dead.
No, that's okay.
I have never played or seen it, but it's right up my alley, so I don't know why I haven't.
It's good. Hi,
it's Red Dead Redemption.
He's the one that has the cover that you got, Lori.
The blue cover with the Ghost Kids. Love it. That's the one I picked, Victor.
His covers are very popular. And he does an amazing job. I literally just think of covers for him to do. I don't even need covers, and I'm just like, do a cover. I have enough covers till the second campaign in 2026. But I still pretty much buy covers. Hello.
Vic did a cover for me too, and I just got it recently. I'm very excited.
Vic, I'm next. I'm soon coming up. Just I need my book.
Everyone should get a cover from Vic. He's great. He's getting busy, man. You gotta. That's why I try to get it. When I find somebody that I can actually afford and is amazing, I'm just like, give me all the covers. Everyone's like, why do you get covers early? I was like, because they're going to be too popular for me, and then I can't afford it, so I might as well.
I'm just gonna send him a message. I know you're watching, but dear Victor.
Yes, he is. I got a lot of you don't have to spend a lot to get amazing covers. But he's gonna go up in price, and then I can't afford him. So we're gonna get him all
Jason
now.
Doobie was pretty reasonable too, and he did a really good one.
Who?
Jason Doobie. He's Purity. Okay, it doesn't matter.
I don't think I have
anyway.
one by him. No, I'm just trying to think if I have. I have to remember. I have. Let me see. How many covers do I have? I have 22 covers waiting to. Nope, more than that. 22, 24, 27, 28 covers that I still haven't used that I have waiting for upcoming issues. So, yeah.
Everybody's getting a cover from Victor Medina except for me.
Oh, Tom, did you get one from him?
I'm missing a boat, Victor. We gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk, bro.
Tom's like, even I got one, you dummy.
What the hell?
You're late to the party, Jay.
Hey, man, you slacker. I'm telling you.
Victor, hit me up, kid. We're gonna talk, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good guy. He works pretty fast too.
Cool.
So
he's fast. He's nice. He's freaking
he's on the internet.
No, but like what conventions does he do?
Oh,
I don't know,
East Coast, West Coast, North, South.
I have no. I think is he California?
Let's find out.
It's California.
Let's Facebook stalk him. Let me see.
US.
I'm on his profile right now. Let's see. Where does he live? Places.
Victor, I'm sorry. I let this happen to you, buddy.
Did you
it doesn't say. He's a mystery. He's in the wind.
Someone just pledged. Was that you?
Nice.
I did.
Oh, cool.
And then I canceled.
Yeah. I had somebody do that. Like they pledged and like an hour later they canceled. I was like, what happened in that hour? I need to know what happened in that hour. Like something must have happened. Did you see a better campaign? Did you crash a car? Did you suddenly get fired? What happened in that hour?
I need all the money.
Or did you see one of my non-shows and they're like, fuck this.
Fuck this lady.
Probably the most likely. I was super convinced when I first started, and Lori can contest to this, that every time I went live, someone would cancel. And I was like, they hate me. Like,
oh no, I get it. I get it invariably when I post an update of any kind. Doesn't matter what it is. It's like, oh, here's an update. Something good happened. Drop out. Like,
it's like they remember that you're there, and you're like, oh yeah, I meant to do this, and then
That is why I don't update. I stopped updating because I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna wait one more day, and then I was like, oh, forget. Because every time I would say, oh, we reached the stretch goal, and it would lose one. I was like, forget it, we didn't reach the stretch goal, so I just gave up. Hello. I gave up. I gave up with the updates. But yeah. So, but yeah.
And even though we had a really good day yesterday for our finale, we still lost $700 in the last 24 hours of the campaign. Yeah.
See, that's why I understand you can. One of the rules of Kickstarter that I put in every single survey is you are not allowed to back out the last 48 hours. You don't like it, don't play it. I mean, that's just, I can't stand it. Like,
Tom, I'm sorry. When I saw you were right there. You were like 18.6, 18.7, something like that. And then I saw it this morning. You were 18.4. I said, oh,
yeah. Even in the last just couple of hours, we lost a couple $100. So
I think
Sean, it was ridiculous.
Sean Barber also was lost like quite a bit. He was funded, and then he not even 10 minutes later, somebody canceled, so he's not funded anymore by like $150. I'm like, ooh, man, that makes me scared to launch mine, which is in delay right now. So I'm
nervous as it is because I'm only doing. This is my first 20-day one. I'm only doing 20 days. I'm not doing my normal 42 podcasts. Yeah. So
do you wait 41 podcasts in 20 days?
No, I'm not doing any.
She's not doing.
Oh, you're not. I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah. My normal is 28 to 42. I think is my normal.
I don't like 41 people.
I didn't say I like them. No, just kidding. Oh, actually, I do. I've only, let's see. With last year, I did 155. So this year, I've had to be over 200 because I did 40 camp 25. So I'm over 200 podcasts, and there's only 3 that I would never go near again. Lori knows which is one. And
I know things.
Is it Lori's?
Yeah.
That's how Lori knows. I will say
it's not Lori's.
It's Jay's.
Lori has a montage of me saying
I do. I have a whole video of openings of just Carissa coming on the show.
That's why she won't go on.
That's not true. She's coming on next month.
And by the time the montage is over, the show's over. So she just plays the montage.
Not it. No,
I don't even have to come on anymore.
She just plays the.
Yeah, she just plays the montage, and then I'm fine
for 2 hours. Instead of commercials, Chad, that's all I'm gonna play is Carissa's montage.
You know what? I'd be okay with that. A million times I would be.
No,
I got to start booking my stuff. Ugh.
So there's 3 of them. One would never watch my show. Well, actually, I don't think any of 3 would watch my show. This non-show. But for the 3 different reasons. One, it just did not go well. They have since apologized, and I'm guessing it's because of all the negative comments to the thing saying you can't treat Krista that way, which is very cute. I like that.
I won't be going on that show again either.
No. Then there was another.
Oh, now I need to know what that is.
Wait, no,
because I need to be on that show.
Yeah, I do
correction.
Carissa and I were on together when that all went down.
I'm with Tom.
I need to put a correction onto them.
I do. Listen, please tell me so I can also book a slot on that show too.
We talked live.
Yeah. So and then there was another show.
I have a feeling I know who it is too.
Yeah.
But not saying names. Not saying names.
There was another show that was only half an hour long, or even not even. But I'm gonna just say this right now. The guy was super nice, but he did not smile or laugh once.
But keeps comment. Yeah. Just got a new picture.
Like, no matter what I said, no matter what I did, no matter what jokes, and I know I'm not that funny, but usually still people laugh out of courtesy, but nothing, not even a smile. He'll just be like,
Courtesy Left. That's the name of a great podcast. Courtesy Left.
It is a great name. Patent pending, no one steal it. So I would joke or say whatever, and he would say, "Oh, okay, next question. Like it was just literally question after question. I'm just like, this is
yeah.
hard.
I've been on some shows where it's just a series of questions, and then you give answers, and then it's the next question. Like there's no analyzing. There's no, oh, tell me more about whatever it is that you did. Like, there's no depth. It's just here's 10 questions. Give me the answers. Go home.
What is it? He's modeling after Larry King on CNN. Just
I don't know, but there was another show that was 2 hours, and he was the most condescending guy I've ever spoken to ever. And this is coming from a guy who was bad mouthing my Kickstarters that had never run a Kickstarter. I was like, you don't get to badmouth my show until you badmouth my Kickstarter until you beat my Kickstarter.
You guys have found some people that I really want to get to know.
It's funny.
I'm right there.
I don't know if it's just because we're ladies. Like a lot of times we're on a show and they'll just tell us how to run a Kickstarter. And I think Chris and I both like smile and nod because it's their show.
Yeah.
Trust me, there are plenty of people out there who will tell you how to do what you're doing already or what you're doing wrong. There are plenty of those people, and they're not even podcast people. They're just out there like, hey, you're a piece of your thing looks like shit. Here's how you fix it. Like, I'm doing it.
Right.
So until you're doing it, go away.
You do it how you want to. We'll run it our way. Thanks.
That's right. That's right.
But it wasn't even so. This is what he did that really, really got me. It was in the very beginning when I started, and I know it's hard to imagine now, but I was very nervous and it was very hard to come up with an answer. And he would go, okay, now pitch. Okay. So I went
that's me though all the time, right? I'm like, all right, pitch, do your elevator pitch, Carissa, do it. She's like,
but that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was I had started and I literally said one sentence, and it was not a serious apology. It was like a joke apology where I said, oh, my issue one's pretty chaotic. Sorry about that. He's like, I think it's time out. You don't apologize when you're pitching and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. And he's like, okay, go. And I was like, really? I was like, just go back it. I don't know. So I did not like that one.
You should see how Jay runs his shows. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I watch comics. Listen, explaining comics
I know it's a lost
Sunday
art at times. People should take notes from Jay just to see what you guys would say.
Sunday shows are painful to sit through sometimes.
Sunday shows.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I bet we're even going to have trivia this week, right, Jay? Are we doing trivia?
No, next week. We're closing out the campaign, so we're doing trivia next week.
Oh, I love trivia.
So trivia is on the final day. Okay, so then what's this week?
Trivia. So this week I got a couple of people on, but
because this weekend is Free Comic Book Day. Are you tying into Free Comic Book Day?
There we go. We're tied into Free Comic Book Day on Saturday night. Come on, and go.
I'm not smart enough for trivia, but I'll make up really good answers. So
that's what I do. Listen, Carissa, when it comes to trivia, it doesn't matter if it's like bar trivia or anything. I will make up the dumbest answers ever.
Listen, it's
just to have fun.
C or D or true or false. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, he gives.
I give you a shot.
Multiple choice answers. Yeah.
I'm just
incidentally, Jay, how did I do last time?
You motherfucker. So he scored the clean sweep.
Oh, I'm sure.
He even scored the bonus question correctly, and it was just like, you're cheating. You're cheating. You saw me while I was loading the questions on the sidebar.
You Googled it.
And what's funny is I told him even during the show, I was like, I only know some of these answers because of TikTok. Yeah. And I saw these answers on TikTok. So, this is why we can't ban TikTok. I need the answers to trivia.
Right. But they already have the commercial. TikTok taught me. We're trying to push each other's books.
Is that actually a podcast? TikTok taught me, because it kind of
you don't remember they had a big campaign on TV. TikTok taught me.
Say commercials.
It was like not far. It was maybe about a year ago. TikTok taught me. And it was just, and then here's Tom. I know because of TikTok. Every other question, it was like, oh, I learned that from watching
Well,
TikTok.
I mean,
today.
half your questions were like wrestling things, and I don't even watch wrestling. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I gotta throw those curveballs in there, bro. We had 11 questions. Only 3 were wrestling.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
3 were
no,
X-Men.
no.
Only
There were way
3
more
were
than
wrestling,
3.
but they all were.
No, not all
There
of
was
them.
way more than 3.
No
Way
way,
more than 3.
dude. Oh my god, I'm not on my dashboard right now. But
Hey,
it's still up there.
so when it comes to podcasts, I wanted to ask, have any of you guys been on a podcast where they just flat out tell you they haven't read the book?
All the time.
Oh,
All the freaking time. Okay,
chances are you will be on a podcast where they haven't read it. That's the
I
odds
had a
on.
guy that read it like 5 minutes before. He's like,
I gotta be honest with you guys. I podcast a lot, right? So I host a show on Tuesday and Wednesday. I run, my own comic. I have my full life. I only get to read people's stuff maybe 50% of the time. I try to read it, especially if they send me like 1 issue. But I have people that send me like 7 issues, and I'm like, there's no way I will have time to read all these. I will read 1. I love you. I want to sound informed. I want to see your work, but I don't got time to read 13 issues. Like, stop sending me all your shit.
I usually
Send me 1 issue.
Before, but if they don't read it, they don't read it. I don't.
But I can find the people that claim to have read it.
I can.
But are lying.
Send them a quiz.
That's the hard part. Because people to me all the time are like, "Hey, we had like your zombies and da da da," and I'm like, "What about my zombies?" And then they just totally, they were like compare them to like Romero and stuff.
That's all you have to ask. How you kill the zombies?
That's not how my zombies work, right? Or another guy was like, yeah, we've had zombie stuff, but we've never had it in like the Old West. And I was like, my story's not in the Old West. He's like, oh. You caught
because they see Pale Rider, and it's like,
Lori, hold on, I'm taking notes for when you're on my show. I know what questions.
Right.
Keep going, kiddo. Keep going.
I was like, it's not an Old West, it's a future West. They're like, oh, tell me more. And I was like, okay, let me
more.
tell you about my book that I sent you and you didn't read it. Cool. But I mean, it's fine. If you don't have time to read it, I get it. Everybody's freaking busy, but don't pretend like you read it when you didn't. Just ask me, be like, hey, tell me more about your book. I'm really interested about the premise. I didn't have a chance to go through all the things, but
I would rather
people too.
Instead of pretending you read it, I would just rather you flat out tell me, hey, I didn't have time to read it. So when we're doing this interview, we're just gonna talk about, you're gonna kind of lead it,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. I will educate you.
Well, I can ask all the questions, and like sometimes they'll send me PDF or like some art, and I'll put up a screen. Most of you have been on my show, so like I ask good questions, and I'm really genuinely interested in what everybody does.
I wasn't given an invitation. Lori.
Yeah, neither was I, Lori. I wasn't either.
Chad, you guys know that you can be on my show whenever you want. I have a Calendly. It's open for the rest of the year. You guys are welcome to come on, whatever fits your schedule.
Lori's the kind of show I never want to be. Organized, structured, all that bullshit.
No, do I get to sit in the living room with you? Do I get to play the piano at all?
You want to come play the piano? Yeah, you can come play the piano.
JD,
after the show, I play the piano for you. Play a little Elton John.
Can you do it? Like, can you just play it while you're streaming? Just sing everything you say, because that would be amazing.
I just saw this.
Do not tease me.
What? I would do it. I'm
a New Yorker. I will break it to song and dance
what's on the
like
screen.
a heartbeat, kid. All right.
Reenact all of West Side Story.
That wasn't my jam, bro.
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
Right. I'm a Rent kid. I'm all over the Rent, dude.
Rent was
West Side Story doesn't do it for me.
Wait. Did you say Rent?
Oh, I love Rent.
Rent is great.
Love it, dude.
I love that.
There's no one paying attention to the art on the freaking screen.
Nope.
No, what's this?
Whoa.
No one wants to see it, Lori. We're putting it away. We're just
Jesus. I'll just fine. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Is this the zombies in the Old West?
No.
Is this what Lori's working on with Tom?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very
nice. Carlos Reno just turned in all 10 pages, and this is the first public viewing of any of it. So I thought you guys would want to check out what she's up to. This will be part of the BD14 anthology that we launch in July. And it is obviously part of our Wizard of Oz story with the Wicked Witch of the West. etc., etc.
He has pointy ears.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
I like
cool.
it. That looks awesome.
So there's
I'm
your first
excited.
public tease of it right there.
I'm so
Exclusive here on a
excited.
non-show.
Huh? Oh,
I said exclusively here on a non-show.
That's right. That's right.
I like it.
That's why we keep Tom around for these exclusives that this is the first time we've gotten. We've been waiting this whole time. He's not going to come back on again. We're just waiting for this.
he's like,
He's
forget it.
like,
I'm done
I
now.
dropped this. Never. He like unfriends us all and it disappears into the wind. This
Not
is
me.
what
I'm
happened.
excited
And
about
it's
it.
And it's gone. Never
And
to be seen again.
And, it's-
So let's say Tom is still out there.
and now, because no one cared, we're canceling the project. It's done.
Say that, dude. Come on.
Oh.
So that's gonna be colored, or
Oh yeah, it'll be colored. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Those, yeah. The guy that's the guy who does our Oz book regularly, Carlos Reno, and Gat Melvins does the colors on the book as well. So it's over to Gat right now to do the colors. So it'll look just like our normal Oz book
Which is
has for the
gorgeous.
past number of years. So yeah, it'll look good. It'll be good.
so you said it's gonna be 10 pages in an anthology.
Right. There's gonna be 3 stories, 10 pages each. That's
Okay.
how we did it last year. And then,
Okay.
we had some bonus material got put in there for stretch goals. Like we had pinups that were added in. So as stretch goals at certain points, like, okay, we're going to add a pinup. And then all the backers got to vote on which character they wanted the pinup to
nice.
be. So, they got to take part in the campaign. So, yeah, we'll do the same thing. Last time it ended up being like a 36-page book. And we'll see how it goes this time.
So are all 3 stories Wizard Old West,
Nope.
or okay?
Nope.
Okay.
3 different stories. That way we can, attract people from all the different things that we do, and give a nice, well-rounded, story base to the whole thing. So yeah.
Oh, Tom, I wanted to show you too, though. I guess got it in the mail.
Got it.
Yep, and then the trade as well.
Yeah, boy.
So you see Carissa and I were both like,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Awesome.
Chad
trying-
getting that first dose.
I am. I was like, hell yeah! Showed up yesterday, and I was like, yeah, that's the stuff. Inject that shit into my
Thank
veins.
you.
Michael is a super backer. He's out there. He loves independent comic books. He's
Oh, he does.
always
Yes.
on people's streams. Cool dude. Way to be, Michael.
Hi, Michael. My name's Lori Calcaterra.
Hi.
My
I mean, I know.
favorite backer here. No, but Jack Lori's too strong. Just saying.
Hi, Michael.
I don't know
We
what
like
I'm watching
money.
next, so it doesn't
How are
matter.
you?
I do like money. I gotta
Just
find
kidding.
the girls that backs the ones that want to be killed in. Because I'm like, I'll kill you anytime you want on my books. Notice these people, there's like what, 4 of them or something that always want to be. I was like, I will, you could die anyway. The only problem with mine is it's so far ahead that like I was thinking of maybe doing it where you can get a pinup of whatever you want with my characters. Well, not anything. Not
I'm sorry,
anything.
what?
Uh-oh.
So
Can
no, I
I
was
get
gonna
one
do,
sexually? Like,
I
with-
just said not anything. Anything.
I was like, now you've done it, Carissa.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you piqued
No.
my interest.
only rated R for violence, not sex. But you can get like a pinup or whatever with my artist, and then you can't be in that issue, but you're going to be in the hardcover. You're going to be in like the extras in the hardcover because issue 16 gets start being drawn Wednesday. So I can't put you in any of the comics that I'm pledging. Now we're on issue 10. This is issue 10.
Yeah, no, we're so far in the future.
So,
at this point.
Yeah, because that was originally my thought was that, oh, we can have zombies. But I will tell you that it is, I'm not going to say off-putting, but so my artist is a portrait artist. So when he does it, it looks identical to them. But then it looks more realistic than the rest of the characters. So like when I did it once for the vampires, I had a couple of people say they look more realistic. I was like, yeah, they're the ones that paid to get in there. So I haven't done it yet. But I was thinking of doing that where you can get in the hardcover and you could be an extra in the hardcover, but I don't know. I have so many tiers. I actually deleted like 4 of them. So I was just like, well, he reached like 37, which should probably
I will
Wait.
tell you right now, I will never do the extra thing in the comic again for a Kickstarter. And it's
Extra?
something that
What do you
we
mean?
so
like being
for
drawn in, you mean?
yes, being
Why?
drawn in.
You won't pay for it, or you won't do it for your.
You won't let your backers be drawn
I
in?
won't let my backers do it again.
Why?
Why?
I have a
happened?
very well. It's a very long story, like a financial issue, but I refuse to do it again. Once you cause me money, that's my problem.
cost me money.
Yeah.
Cost you money?
Yeah,
I was a
So-
little like not like a.
and I'm like, I'm not doing it again.
We'll have to talk after the show.
Yeah, we will.
will.
Just like listen, we have a list of asshole podcasters too that we have to
yeah.
go through
I
as
will-
well. So we got a
the-
list afterwards.
What do you call it? The green room. We'll be in the green room gossiping after the show.
Yeah, listen, everybody.
The green
announcement.
room is where it goes down.
Yeah, if you don't think we don't talk shit and gossip, you are 100% wrong.
Yeah, that's why I've actually had a few people that want to be on the show, and I did tell anyone this is I tell them every time is like you are welcome to be anyone's welcome to be on the show if you're not easily offended, you don't get political, you don't get too stupid, and you watch it beforehand, because I already had one person like, oh, I want to be on your show. I was like, watch it and then get back to me, and he goes, no, it's not my thing. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought.
No, we don't talk about anything. Like,
No.
We don't talk about anything. I was like, I will show Kickstarters at the end. I dedicate 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
ooh, maybe I can find another follower today. Maybe one. I'm still at 21. I'm sure. I didn't even look.
Are you at 20? When I
There's no way I got another one.
launched, I was at 125 was my follower count.
It's not
for
like I've been
the-
pushing it anyway because I don't have a launch date
Your
yet.
people just show up. They don't need to
Mine,
be.
And this
my
is true.
I submitted mine for review, and they said they would get back to me by the 26th of April. And
They're behind.
It is-
They're
I
behind.
figured
They're
they
always
are.
behind.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did
it gives
to mine
me
too.
it gives me an opportunity to continue building it, but you know,
Well,
I still have 21.
I got my little bit. I got my video though. I need to update it a little, but I do have a video.
I have all my videos up to 13. 14's about to get made because 14 has 4 more pages to get done. 15's already inked. It's just waiting to get colored. And like I said, 16 starts tomorrow. Wednesday. I don't even know what the fuck day it is. Tomorrow.
Man, you got
Tuesday,
you're whipping
the
Blake on
30th.
those videos, aren't you?
Again, because I get worried that prices will go up or people will disappear. So I'm like, do this now. So
how many books does everybody have in the can already?
I don't know what that means.
And the
it
garbage.
can?
No, locked and ready to go.
None.
How many books? None.
What do you
No.
mean? Like future books?
Yeah.
0.
don't
I
know
have
what it is
issues
that
1 through
does
4
that.
printed. My trade paperback, I think, is getting finalized tomorrow, and we'll finally start to print.
I'm the only idiot that does that. Don't lump anyone else
No,
into my
you're not.
bad
No, you're
position.
not. Don't say that. Don't knock yourself, dude.
That's not true.
Seriously.
Lots of people do.
No,
that.
Who,
I got-
who else has 5 issues ahead?
Well, maybe
I
not.
have
You're far more ahead than most people, but generally
Wait,
there's a solid group of people that will launch the book only when it's like finished.
when it's finished.
they may not have
Or at
5
least
ahead like you.
75% done.
Yeah, they might not be
I don't do
5
it on
ahead like you, but
purpose.
they'll
My
have
wallet
the
wait.
I'm
one.
When you say 5 issues ahead, you mean like inked and everything?
So, all right. So let's see. I have 11 done, 12 done, 13 done, and 14 is 4 pages. So I have 14 pretty much completely done. And then 15 is completely inked, but is not colored yet. It starts getting colored next week. So
I have-
16 start drawn.
Okay, well,
It's
I have
fine.
1, so
No, I don't do
When
this.
when a future one, that's good.
yeah,
I
which
don't
is
recommend
June.
this to
I think so,
anybody.
you know.
I don't recommend this to anybody. I hate when people are like, "Oh, you're a role model." No, don't do what I do at all.
She is.
Well,
Don't
but
do it.
but also remember, Chris, that you also run everything that you do differently because you're doing them every month,
Mhm.
whereas most people will do them every 2 to 3 to 4 months or longer.
Yeah.
So you came in with a system of I want to do one a month roughly,
And you stuck with it.
and so you have to be ahead that far because that's the system that you created. So you
It's
also
tougher
that
when you have 100 issues written. So
No, but don't
Um,
knock yourself. I
Yeah,
tell you
don't.
this all the time on the side, man. Stop
I-
knocking yourself.
Jay, I'm
You know,
so
it's-
glad you do that too. I'm like, stop that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just I don't know. It wasn't. I did it mostly because my artist, I think I've said this, quit his job during my second issue, so he could focus on my comics, and I felt a little bit of pressure with that.
I quit my
and
job
I didn't want
because of you.
Yeah, no, well, it's like I didn't want him to have to go to get another job. And I didn't want him to like not be able to do it or whatever. So now I'm just in this cycle of just like, and I could technically by the end of the year, he's probably going to be done with book 3, which means I will literally be a year ahead on Kickstarters. So I could take an entire year off and not pay for another issue and still have plenty of time. But again, I'm in that issue where if he, gets too busy or price goes up, or I'm just like, just do it. Because it's very rare to find an artist that'll stick with you for 44 issues. So I'm trying to have him stay for as long as, people can't usually tolerate me for that long. And considering that we got, and this is not on my artist, did not hire him because of this. This is all me. We fought nonstop on the first issue we worked on, because I didn't understand how he works, and he certainly didn't understand how I work because I don't. And my husband's even like, you need a new artist. And I was like, no, this is the one. I just need to figure out how to compromise and make this work. And it worked out that I had to lower my panels because he adds panels to add action and add, his own thing. And people love the panel work that he does. So I was smart to let him do his thing. But it was new for both of us. And he had never worked on a comic before. And so he didn't really know. But like at the end of it, we finally figured out what to do and how to do it. And it's worked out amazing. And by the time he was on a third issue, second issue he worked on, he was like, I know these characters. I know, how to do their movements and stuff. So it actually worked out really well. But yeah, it was, I spent, probably 5,000 or so trying to find an artist. Like it was just like nonstop getting designs and getting and it's because I'm picky. It had nothing to do with the art. Some of the artists were great. Some of them were, I'm like, how are you an artist? Some of them were scams where they'll send you somebody else's art and then they send you the stick figure, which I think I've showed you, Lori, which I think is still I would be upset if it doesn't make me laugh every time. So like, I don't know if I showed you, Chad, or I know I didn't show Tom, but I have to show it sometime, where he sent me, the first thing was this beautiful page with these beautiful colors, great detail, all this stuff. And he sent me one step above stick figure. Like it was just,
yes.
It wasn't even like a stick figure would have been better because it would have, at least you would have known what it was. So it was pretty bad. But I had never laughed so hard in my life. So kudos to that. Was worth $50 for that thing. But
but yeah, I sent it to you.
I think I had paid I'm stupid now, that I was stupider then. I think I might have paid 25 ahead, and then I was like, all right, just keep the 25. So yeah, I think I paid 25. I've had a couple of people when they bother me too much, because I get constant, I'm sure you guys get this too, the constant, are you looking for an artist? Let me send you my art, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
I don't even respond anymore.
I don't either, but
I do. Because if they do it a second time, I tell them, you're welcome to do a free test page. And they do it. And then they want to get paid. I'm like, nope, that's what free means. You have to look it up. But it usually shuts them up and they leave me alone. But I'm so judgmental about it. And then I actually found an artist through it. So I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't be too, but it's so annoying. It's just like nonstop.
That's the thing, is that when people do that and they're scammers and then they're like legit artists, it's like it becomes an insult to that, because sometimes there are decent artists out there, or great artists that are just looking for work.
Actually, this is a good question. Are you guys strict on your panel? Like, do you send like so when I do a script, I'm a minimalist script. I will do 3 panels that have to show what I want. 3, now it's 4. I do 4 panels. If I know it's a small thing, I'll do 5, but generally it's 4. I feel safe with 4. And he turns it into either 4 to like 9. I think the most I've seen was 9. So are you strict? Do you say this is panel 1, this is panel 2, or do you just be like, here's what I need and you figure it out?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not locked in. I usually do between 5. What's up, Anthony? I usually do between 5 to 6 panels on the page, right? And there's a point or two I say you gotta hit this note or that note, and everything else is up to you. You know, the only thing I really say is please don't do double page splashes, and
never again.
You know, if you were going to extend like a fight sequence to like another page or something like that, just give me a heads up so I know to add that to the budget.
I think
that's
once
a good idea.
Mine combined a page,
that.
and it was, I don't know why he did this. I think he just wasn't paying. I don't know. He's never done it before. And it was one of those. Now I have a lot of, if anyone's ever read, there's a lot of action in there. And issue 5 for me did not have enough action in it, but they got to kiss. So it's like, woo. But it was mostly
that should have been a double splash. The kiss should have been a double splash.
But the kiss is right in the crease.
Ooh.
So there was literally 2 pages of
and it's
action.
like a fold out too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. But it was literally 2 pages of action in the whole entire thing of the clotters, our vampires, jumping and doing whatever. He combined them. And I was like, okay, out of all the things you combined, that was the wrong page to combine. So I think you should separate it. And he's like, yeah, good idea. I was like, yeah, I know I did it the first time. But generally, I think he's combined 1 or 2, and he doesn't tell me. And I'm fine with it if you tell me, because then I'm just like, wait, where is page so-and-so? I have no idea where this thing is. And we finally find it. But yeah,
I don't let them add or delete pages. They have to stay with the amount of pages I said in the script. But when it comes to paneling, I'm pretty lenient. And if we can find a more concise way, so I think in my next script I had Jude going to a grocery store and then to like a Dick's Sporting Goods. And I was like, why is he going to 2 stores? I could just have him go to 1 store. That's enough shopping, Jude. Get on your way. So then I was just like, it's just the 1 store, right? So I mean, like it's way easier to tell the story, and then it frees up pages to do other things.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, we might look at the script and be like, this needs to be more concise. So we might make adjustments, but I don't let them change the amount of pages, because again, that changes the budget.
Yeah.
So,
You cannot determine. I'm just going to tell you. This is not an opinion. I'm going to tell you.
It usually is when you talk to them.
Yeah. You cannot write a script, particularly in comics, when you're, especially because this is a visual medium. You can't come into a script and just assume I'm dropping 4 or 5 panels on a page and then I'm moving on to the next page. That will kind of throw pacing off, like you were just talking about, with like so much action, so much non-action, whatever. So you really, to keep a visual sense, just a visual sense of the book as you're going from page to page to page, you want the page panel elements to change from page to page to page. So if everything's just like 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5,
right,
4 or 5, absolutely. No big splash, no double splash, whatever it is, And I'm not saying do a double splash for everything, but they're certainly in the action realm. If something really goes wild, it's time for something large, even if it's just a single splash. But just visually, it will break break your story up into these visual sort of roller coaster elements. And a lot of times action can or panels can determine the speed of things too. Like sometimes if you have a fight, you want the fight to be a long fight, but that doesn't mean you need extra pages. A long fight can mean more panels, and it's just lots of swinging and ducking and moving and hitting. Or if you need a quick fight, you do a few larger panels, like maybe 3 panels, and then it's all power. At that point, it's all like boom. You're seeing the face go. You're seeing the brick wall fall down. Like it's dramatic, super power stuff. So, and I think we talked about this before, where somebody had told somebody like, I always do like 5 panels per page, and I'm like, that's insane. That's literally crazy, and I don't think you understand how to really move your characters through a scene. So even here, Jay, you're gonna like this. I got 2 things for you.
Oh
I love how we
no.
picked on Jay.
First of all, we start with a splash, Jay. First page is a splash. Okay.
I'm not
Now-
saying that's locked in stone with all those stuff I
I'm messing
do.
with you. And there's nothing. But like
I'm
here,
wait a second.
and then in the same book, Jay, double splash.
Oh,
Right there,
okay.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah, I'm crazy. I go
He's a
crazy
fucking
in my book.
nightmare.
Yeah,
He's
but
right
then-
though, because my first artist, because I didn't understand my very first artist, I had like mostly 4 panels, and he literally would just all do 2 and 2, 2 and 2,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
got bored, and it was my comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to say, it was very helpful. I don't mind. The only reason why he'll combine a page, he doesn't do it very much, is I didn't understand very beginning, especially how much goes in each panel, because I don't know the
Sure,
size
yeah,
of panel.
That's a learning curve.
In all honesty, my very first script, my letterer said, "Did you plan to see any of the art?" So I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Sure.
So my first script turned out to be the first 3 scripts, so bonus.
There's a
But
reason
what
why
do you got,
Alan
Jay?
Moore's
What are you showing?
paneling is like this big.
Yeah,
Massive
I
panel.
like one. I prefer the bigger panels. That's why I usually
Well,
I do 4, and he
Alan
can
Moore
he can
does
do whatever
that
he wants.
because he writes his shit like it's a novel.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
He-
yes.
he
I've
just-
seen his
it's
sample
one
script.
page per panel.
Buries information into the page. But then the other thing, Jay, is I did a book for
Yeah,
Penny for Your
Jay.
Soul in my first year. Yeah, Jay, this is for you. I'm gonna get you a copy of this book, Jay. Not
I've
one,
been hanging out too much. That's what
not
it is.
one, not 2, not 3, but 4 double splashes in the book.
Jesus.
4 double
Jay
splashes.
just died. Oh
punishment.
no.
What were you writing? The death of Superman? Come on. Come on. That's
I'm
too
writing.
much.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm writing. So issue 5 for Penny for Your Soul was this big moment where war, the influence of the demon war was across Las Vegas, and so as the story was happening, because I had story in between.
Say
these big
less. I'm
flashes,
already in. You've
I'd
already
be
told
like,
me.
story pages, and then you turn the page and it's like just batshit crazy. Angels are fighting people, and Vegas people are smashing bottles over people, like, because war just swarmed the influence over the city. So every time we got a couple of pages of story, we got this huge, like, holy fuck, this is still happening, like, so it was crazy. It was crazy, and it came out great too.
I would also like a copy of that. Just kidding.
For this question, how do you find your artist? For the love of God, don't ask
How
me.
does an artist find a way? I can't read it either. Chad,
How
How does
does
an
an
artist
artist
find a
find a
way to get in front of you? Good lord, am I the only English speaker here?
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play my dyslexic card, but that wasn't the reason. I just have a
My
hard
brain's
time.
fried. Mm.
So
Oh.
for me,
I'm the one who's been
I-
drinking. Good lord.
I did it in the stupidest way possible and asked for character designs, which I will never do again. When I finally discovered to ask for an actual script, no, Keith, it's not your word.
no, they're all just
We're
dumb.
mentally
No, we're
not
dumb.
here.
They're all-
Yeah, it's
they're
not
all-
you.
They're all
Uh,
just dumb. and
yeah,
I
shut
will
up,
translate.
you.
Shut up, Chad.
Yeah, but
I know where you live.
Oh no.
So for me, I posted on Reddit, I posted on Facebook, and I would get character designs, and it never went well because when I did finally like it, they couldn't put it in sequential, which is a big word for me, by the way, sequential panels or whatever. And then when I found somebody that did a great sketch and then tried to do it in an action scene, could not replicate my character. So it was, but when I did do me a page, this is my script, they have to design it based on your description anyway, so they literally had to figure it out, so it worked out so much better. And then I found mine. For me, I had gotten so mad at that point because I had just lost the artist that I had for the original issue one, and that's so fucking pretty. And let me get there. So for me, I had found
Ah,
I had
Zoom up on the
posted-
boobs.
stop it.
Whoa.
That's
Thank
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pick
I don't know what else
that.
you want except for an angel cat fight.
Yeah.
What else do you want in comics? Also, I just realized that I'm back here.
Run from going to hell. That's why he's back there.
Run away.
So for me, I actually was so mad at the point that I did something that you should never do, and I said, I have a 40 issue series 1. I'm going to post my first chapter. If anyone wants to do a free, I was so mad because I'd lost like $5,000 at that point. I was like, if anyone wants to do a free page, if I use it, I'll pay you and you could be on board for 40 issues or whatever. I didn't expect anyone to do it. I was just really mad. And I got like 5 people. I had one guy send me 5 pages before I thought of asking for samples. And he did an amazing job, but he wouldn't let me pay him. And I refused to use him. He wasn't as I like Jonas's the way he does Draven better, but he did amazing work, and I had really liked it, but he wouldn't let me pay him. And it's a good thing because when I finally was gonna say do some more or whatever, he's like, oh, I got a job, and that never went through. So I actually feel bad because it's been a year, and I asked him how's this going. He's like, and it fell through, and I was like, oh, I'm on issue like 10. But anyway, so my artist had come and said, are you still accepting submissions? Which is, I mean, they're free. I'll take as many as I want to get. And I said, well, I didn't like his art. This is that sounded bad. He's an amazing artist, but it was all portraits and it was too realistic. And he had amazing portraits of these actors. And I was like, I don't want realistic. That's not what I want. So I said, well, if you want to do a page now, I have 5 people doing a free page. If you want to do a free page, you're welcome to. If you want to wait until I look at theirs first, if I don't pick one, I'll pay you for a page. That's fine too. So he's like, no, I'll do it. 24 effing hours or less, pencil inked, colored, lettered, like 6 panels. And they were exactly how I pictured it, the characters in my head. And I absolutely loved it. And now he's stuck with me for life. So, yeah, I already told him he's stuck. So change the basement.
Keith, it's hard now that like we have a working artist. When people send us resumes and stuff, it's like I already have an artist team. You know what I mean? And unless God something happens, then it's like then I have to start looking again. But I'm always looking for variant cover artists, and I think how I find people is like meeting people at cons, like people that walk around and ask me what I do, and I talk to them, and I like seeing what they do, who they've done it for. And I like seeing their social media because I'm, when I do variant cover artists, I'm looking for not only just someone that understands my book, but also someone that's willing to share it on social media and maybe get their audience involved. Because there's so many choices for variant artists that I want the people that are going to, contribute to the project.
I like the people who acknowledge that they are a part of the project when I choose a variant color.
Yeah. Like I want people to share, like I trade stuff with William Russell. So I write Psycho Sal for him and he does variant covers for me. And he is always on his social media. He don't even ask people nicely. He just tells them, go back Lori's stuff. It's live. Go get my cover right now. Like he's not even nice. But they do. And now a lot of his audience is also my audience and vice versa. So we have this overlap, which is really cool. So I'm always looking for those kind of, artists that want to be involved, that, are passionate about what I do. A lot of times with variant artists, I don't give them a topic. They have to come up with their own variant cover. I tell them what's going on in the story, and then they have to pick something relevant. Because I think if they're passionate about what their idea is, it'll come through more. It'll be, more interesting than if I'm like, do a Christmas tree with zombies on it. I don't know. But that's I love meeting people at cons and seeing what they do. Otherwise, I'll see what Carissa's artists are doing and I'll pick from there. Just kidding. But I mean, I can respect people as artists and still not think they're a good fit for Path of the Pale Rider too. You know what I mean? Like people have certain styles that I think are great, but maybe it just doesn't work for me. So that's hard too when they're like, want to be part, want to be a part. I'm like, I just don't think it's a good fit,
I like, and I know this is going to sound strange, I like knowing that if an artist is open-minded, I will choose them. Like if I can get creative with them. So when I presented Set the Hook with some of the variant covers that I chose, they were like, wait, can I just go all out on it? I'm like, yeah, just go fucking ham. I don't care. And sometimes, and Daphne's actually, she did a variant cover for me.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. I didn't even give her, I just sent her the script and a couple of characters, and she's like, I got a fucking idea. And she said one word to me. Yeah.
My favorite part about variant artists is that I've never once had to tell him what to do because I hate thinking of covers. I cannot stand it. I love my artist to death, but he does not have any idea ever on a cover. I have to spell it out and I never know what I want. I have no idea. I wrote it. I love my story. I don't have no idea what should go on a cover. But variant artists, I'm like, do you need to be told what to do? They're like, no, good.
No,
go to
Daphne
town.
said one word to me, and I said, I don't want you to elaborate any further. Just do it.
Do it. Right.
Just do it. I do.
And
not
I love
care.
when people are like, hey, do you trust me?
Yeah.
Oh, the answer is no. The answer is no.
The answer is no. But I'm
no.
intrigued.
Some people I do trust. Okay, I have one artist. Okay, and this is really funny.
But I'm
because
intrigued.
He's not even a comic book artist. He's a graphic designer. He does logos and websites and shit. Right? Has done a variant cover almost every single campaign. The only campaign he didn't do one was for the last one, but he designed our t-shirts. And every single one of his covers has been a top seller. So when he comes to me and he says, I have this idea, do you trust me? Yes. But for people that are first timers, maybe not.
It's not even first timers.
Maybe like at pencils, so that way you don't spend all of your time doing it. And I hate it.
Yeah.
There is a very small list of people that I work with that I would just say, do what you want. Very small. And most of the time when I've done it, even if I do say do what you want, I will get some sort of a rough first, and I'll be like, yeah, that's fine, go for it. Or I'll be like, well, what if we do a little modification? And they're fine with that. But most of the time I tell everybody exactly what I want across all of the covers that we do. At least some generalization of, I want this person to be sitting on this throne, or whatever it is.
I mean, like the pose, like that makes sense.
I don't do any of that.
Crown on my head, that would be great.
And here's why. I'll tell you why. Because if I give them free reign and I just take whatever they give me, right, they get paid regardless. But I still got to sell the book. So if in their mind they guess wrong and I got to sell the book and I can't, then then I'm in trouble.
Well, that's why it's nice when they send you pencils and everything. They're like, "Hey, is this?"
That's why most of the time I don't go with that. But
but there's a lot of artists that are just like, "I'm just going to give you what I give you, and then that's it." And I'm like, "No, that's not ever going to work."
And that's when it becomes a trading card, and I never work with you again.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a great way to put. Yeah, you're a trading card now.
There's only been one artist that I actually wound up. I was going to pay him, and they said no. I don't allow nudity ever on any of I think I have one of a random character. I know. But this person put the characters naked together in the palm of Anubis' hand.
I remember that one. We were like,
I was like, no. No, I
drawn in proportion, so that was the funniest part.
I want to see it. Do you still have it?
No, I have it. So I'll send it to you.
Oh, yay! Because that sounds awesome. Tell me this artist so I can ask him to do
when they're drawing the horse, and like the first half of the horse is pretty, and like the back half is like
you know how to draw a horse, right? Yeah, of course I do. This is true. This I have a really hard time when it comes to like page, like sequential art. Is that there are people who will draw exactly, and again, I'm having this problem too. They will draw exactly what I type or what I wrote. And I'm like,
that's a good thing.
Sometimes, but at the same time, though, I'm like, listen, if there's like a creative thing.
How rude.
Oh, no. Wow. I'm in the middle of fucking. He just, because he didn't want me to show him my splash page that I was going to show him. I'm like, listen, when you're doing my scripts, you are allowed creative freedom. Like, as long as they get the general idea. And if you think of something and you're like, hey, I kind of am thinking this with this page, what do you think? Then that becomes a discussion. But if you're just like writing verbatim with me.
Welcome back.
Hi, thanks. I was in the middle of a discussion. You just
joining us.
No,
Wow.
I didn't
Chad,
leave. I didn't
Chad,
leave. I just
Here's the
didn't
thing,
wanna be
because I'm
rude,
the
brother.
I'm the exact
busting
same
your
way, right?
chops.
I've told my guys, like, if you see something, you know, we
Say
can fix it. But
right.
it's very rare that they say anything. So the way
Yes.
that I take that is not that it's a problem that they're only sticking to the script, like I don't want to look outside the boundaries, but more just that they're just comfortable with what it is. They're like, okay, I understand what you want, and I'm going to give you what you want.
That's a
And
good
then
point.
on rare occasion, I've had guys be like, well, what if we blended these two panels into one big panel or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Go for it. Do it. So I think that most artists, and I've found this even with variant covers, like we've just talked about people getting free reign or whatever. I've talked to artists and they're like, dude, I love getting a concept, because if they just tell me do what I want, I have to find everything in my
they have
brain
overload.
It's
Brain
pure
shuts
white
down.
paper, and I have to create something where if they said put her in a jungle, at least I have something that the art of the publisher, writer or whatever is like, I have an idea, put this character in the jungle. Oh, okay, we go.
So really, you're just quoting how Lamageddon was. It was just free spirited. There's just no. It was just here's the idea. It's like giving a synopsis and you're saying, "Hey, I have a comic script," and it's just one little synopsis.
Well, okay, so but when I do free reign, I usually give them the script for the issue, and I say what part stuck out to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
really
then it's
good
like a
script, right?
conversation, like, huh?
Laura, you don't really do a script, right? Don't you give him you don't actually do panels?
No, I don't do panel. This Path is not paneled. No,
You give him a general idea.
He
he has a movie script. He has a movie script, and it's we go through and we break it down. We're gonna say like, okay, we really need like 28 pages for this issue because there's so much going on. Like, and then we try to say, okay, so the beginning act gets like this many pages, the middle conflict gets this many pages, the end gets that many, and that's negotiable. Like, well, when we start getting in there and thumbnailing and he's working on pages, it can change, and that's okay. But we're always within the confines of, okay, we're sticking to 28 pages. And so we'll play with that. But for the most part, he does the paneling, and I just, I give my input. Like, this is how I see this happening. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll diagram like big spaces. So if Jude is in this big open area and there's things coming from different places, I will draw a map and be like, okay, he starts here, he goes over here, this is when this comes out, and then they run that way and everything burns down. Yep.
Why do you stick to 28 pages?
It's not always 28 pages.
Okay.
We do 24. We've done 28. We're just doing multiples of 4, but it's just however many the script needs. You know what I mean? Because if we can get it in 24, we'll do 24. But if it needs more because there's more action or whatever going on, we can always
mine
increase.
are 28 to 44, whatever the hell it takes to get whatever needs to be done.
And I like it to be concise. I don't like a lot of filler, and I like having like dialogue and action going at the same time. I don't, we're less cut out the fluff,
Me too.
I want to say though, it's really interesting because all of us, some people I've gotten the question of, well, how do I write a comic script? And my response is, there's not really
any
wrong
which way you want.
Yeah, like just do it the way you want.
28 is the bestest. That's why.
Oh no, it's 42 because that's the meaning of life.
28 is my average. I think
26 is mine.
It depends on the issue. Sometimes we can do 24 and we can squeeze everything in there, and sometimes we can't.
Right? I think Set the Hook is 26.
I stick with 22.
My goal is 28.
22. We've been 24 all along. The only one that was 28 was issue 4 because we actually condensed 2 issues together.
Now,
issue 4 was actually 4 and 5, and I made it 4.
I will sometimes add extra pages with the variant covers in them in the back. Like if I'm saying copy, I kind of like doing that too.
I try to do 28.
Why? I think it's fun because those people work hard.
You do what you want.
I know.
I do 28 pages.
I'm offended.
But the last one.
Let's argue about it online.
Oh yeah.
Very public argument. Rah 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 rah.
The last
Chris, be quiet. We're arguing.
The last one in an issue is always like 40 something because I have to get everything in to finish the book.
But Marissa has 25 zombie animals running through the background of what's going on.
Yeah, yours is one of them.
She needs plushie ideas. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Yeah.
Train to standard. Yeah.
her Big James is in
he runs through.
he runs through the end of 15. Yeah, he runs.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't just run through. He's
Oh, no, he
chasing
makes
a
an actual
zebra,
Is
and then
he
he
your
gets popped
sexy
in the
pillow?
head.
That's the sexy pillow character, right? That you made the body pillow out of, Big James.
Yes.
Body pillow. Look.
Oh, he's not.
that
He's teeny.
big.
Aw, I wanted a body pillow.
You're a freak.
Listen, sometimes I just like snuggling. Okay, jeez.
With an undead bear. We
With
should make
just
this
a pillow.
Smells
Come.
like rotting flesh.
I don't know,
Is
it's
he
delicious.
making fun of me,
My
or is it
favorite.
him
People would
too?
buy it.
I'd
We are
buy
going to be
it.
bringing in Path of the Pale Rider air fresheners at some point. When that becomes a running joke.
That's such a good idea. Right now, I only have stickers.
I
We
have
need-
everything.
because the undead wear them because they stink.
I should get a dead fish smelling
Oh,
Oh God.
air
Fish
freshener. That sounds
freshener.
awesome.
you can make them yourself. They have them where you can print on them with whatchamacallit.
Nerd.
That's not iron on. It's like that infusible ink. So you can get them you can get them in like a circle shape, and then you can infuse your ink in it, and then you can put your own scent in it. So I wouldn't recommend putting fish, but you do you.
As a
You
as
could always
a
you
as
could
a
get,
fisherman,
what are
I-
those fish oil capsules?
listen, I am not afraid because I gut and
well,
clean
I'm
my own
afraid.
fish. Like I will fillet them myself. So I am not afraid to get down and dirty, grind up everything, and then put it in an air freshener.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal in some
It
states.
probably is, but as long as you
Uh,
guys don't say anything and we cut this part out, we're good.
That requires work. I don't edit, so I hope that's not real.
no.
There's no editing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's
must
barely
pause
a
for a second
show.
and summon the children so they go
Please
brush their
rule.
teeth. I shall return.
I think
Here's-
having body pillows of characters is fun. There was a guy when I was at
I
a
have a
really
body
cool
pillow.
Comic
You
Con.
want-
They had their entire thing was just making art. Like they would get the art commissions, and then they would make body pillows out of their art. And they had like Five Nights at Freddy's, Has Been Hotel, and everything. And I'm like, I kind of want a body pillow of, my characters. And that'd be cool.
I love body pillows.
Listen, don't judge. Sometimes you just want to cuddle up with your character. Okay.
No
I don't
judgment.
sell this
No
because-
judgment.
Jay, I know you do it every night with Galactus. Don't lie.
Well, I don't sell these because it would just be a bitch to ship. Even though I'm pretty
Sure.
sure I could get seal it down, but this was for me. This is all mine, baby.
That's
Aw,
beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's really cute.
Yeah, these are this big is actually pretty expensive, but these are actually really reasonable. So I have I think this is the perfect size to sell. I had them listed as tiers this time, and then I took them off because I already had almost 40 tiers. So I was like, we'll do it next time.
Okay.
I wanted to say though, for my upcoming Kickstarter with stretch goals, I'm going all digital this time. Doing
Because-
physical
Oh,
was just a nightmare last time. I mean, for other
Physical
reasons,
stretch
but
goals?
stretch goals, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think digital is just a lot easier. Also, I like, Carissa, that you always do that coloring book, like that PDF coloring book.
I just added a new one, and I started my third one, but I don't have enough yet. It's
Yeah.
all the variants. Yeah, it's all the variant covers.
No!
So, Daff, if you wanna
kidding.
message me on Facebook in just a few
Huh.
moments, we can talk.
Ay, ay, ay.
Even though I probably already know what company it is, but it's not the point.
Huh?
Chris is like, not in front of the
That was
children.
good. That was good.
I hope there's no children watching this
Oh
non-show.
no, I'm
Oh, I hope not.
sorry. They're like, Mommy,
Don't
what
worry.
company is it?
Oh, there is a new shark movie that we have to watch, Chad. It is called crap.
Sounds
It's
terrible.
Dracula, it's Dracula Shark, but there's like fancier way to say it.
Sharkula.
Oh,
what
with
is it?
Sharkula.
Yeah, I want to. I have to watch
No.
it.
Tell me that's a joke.
No,
Nope.
it's not a joke.
We don't joke about shark movies on this non-show.
Because
We
the
watch
thing
them.
is, it's not gonna bite you to suck your blood. It's just gonna bite straight through. You know what I mean? They're destroying their own rules.
Yeah, shut up. And Jay is now banned.
Sharkula eats people, yes, but if you have a vampire shark, the shark can go and bite another shark and turn it into a vampire too.
Oh
And
wait, so it doesn't.
Then
bite...
you have a problem.
Well, wait, so it doesn't eat the person and then like vomit them out and they turn into a vampire shark? Because I feel like
there's no such thing as people getting eaten, vomited out, and being vampires or anything. Like, if
how would you know?
If you are eaten and vomited out, you are just a mush of nothing. There's nothing left to be a vampire.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you saying that you can't bend those rules? We are comic book creators. We can do whatever we want.
I don't like it. So if it's Sharkula, so is Orca like, the werewolf of the sea?
Well, wait, wasn't that one,
Carissa?
Wasn't there that? Wasn't that were orca?
Orca is not like a supernatural whale. It's just a whale that fucks up boats.
if we're sticking with the themes, right? If Sharkula is the vampire, the natural enemy of the shark is the orca.
Oh,
right?
Okay, sure. I see where you're at.
They were known as the wolves of the sea. So would they be like, Wercula? I don't know.
Wercula? That sounds awesome, actually.
Well, I can't say it right. Werewhale.
Werewhale.
Thank you.
Werewhale.
Oh, we've come full circle back to sharks.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Keith made it,
and it wasn't even my fault.
Oh,
Keith said,
that's hard to believe.
It's a shark. Why not sharks that can walk on land? There's like Junji Ito's Gyo and Grizzly Shark.
Yeah, there's already
Jeff.
There's already.
That's a thing.
What is it?
Jeff the shark, right?
Yeah, that's.
From Deadpool. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, being vomited out by a shark and then turned into, a shark.
But if it's a shark bird that will chew you up and regurgitate you for its young, there you go. So.
Well, then you just. What if you grow inside the little baby bird and then blow up into it, or you turn into that bird? What if you gain sentience into the bird? Now I'm thinking too much into this.
You can get eaten by a shark and regurgitated in my world.
Jay, I understand
a shark. You would just be a pile of meat twitching.
Sharkula shit. Oh no, they turned into Sharkula shit. Sharks that can fly is just Sharknado.
Poop? The poop is vampire?
Well, there's already a movie with sharks that fly. It's called Sky Sharks. And there's dudes that ride the flying sharks. Yeah.
That sounds cool though.
That's a real thing.
That was Avatar Ways of Water. I saw that movie.
I hated that movie.
Where do you put the cape on Sharkula? Do you put it around the fin or do you put it around the neck and then it splits at the fin? Where do you put it?
Jay doesn't understand that we don't overanalyze these things. We just dive in.
I'm leaning in on this hard, man.
So how about
there's a hole in it for his dorsal fin to come through.
There are multiple ground digging sharks already.
Yeah, look, Grizzly shark is that they are in the forest and they dig underground and they swim.
No, grizzly shark lives in the trees. He lives in the trees.
No, because there's
he goes around in the trees and stuff. But even in the movies, there are ground digging sharks. In fact, that Shark-and-Saw State Women's Prison thing that I told you about, those sharks swim around in the sand.
Oh, and then the shark of the corn or whatever.
Sharks of the corn. There's sand shark. There's avalanche sharks. Like sharks on the land has been a thing for a while too. Yeah.
Okay.
We got this. Keith, we got this.
If you got more questions, trust me, we've been doing this a while.
Wait, isn't shark in the land? Isn't that just Tremors?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Isn't that more
Tremors is just Jaws. You know that, right? It's just Jaws, but it's
with a
sandworm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll say this: Alien, the original Alien movie, is just Jaws. It's just an alien in space chasing people down, but it's the same basic thought process. Oh shit, something's after us. We got to get it.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Shark Exorcist just a trans-dimensional shark that can phase through buildings and structures?
Oh my.
What?
And
I'm just
that was the
thinking.
one
I'm like,
that
I'm
I
said
trying
don't
was
remember.
supposed
Shark
to be-
Exorcist had.
trying
I
to
barely even remember it. Barely even remember it. It was not memorable.
Kind of
No,
like
it
Ghost
wasn't.
Shark.
That's why I was trying to think. I'm like, isn't that?
Yeah, it's not memorable.
I just watched
No.
Tremors again.
But it is. I actually agree with Tom on this. When anything, it's like it's just them trying to escape worms.
I mean, yeah,
Like, trying to escape
it's obviously not exactly. It's not a cut for cut, Jaws, but conceptually, it's just Jaws on land. It's just Jaws.
mixed with Maximum Overdrive because it was in a truck stop.
I just watched that too.
Thank you.
Y'all have
It
time to watch
showed up in
movies?
my suggested, and I hadn't watched it in this past decade, so I figured I would watch it. All I know is that Stephen King was on every drug possible during the time.
Oh, he doesn't even remember
Yeah.
directing it. That's how fucking awesome.
Really? I
Wait,
didn't know
which
that.
movie?
Maximum Overdrive.
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, Stephen King doesn't remember making it?
No.
Oh,
Well, that's
He
good
wanted
because
to do
I
it.
erased it from my memory too.
He
I-
wanted to do it because he was mad that every time he licensed out a book, he didn't like the way the movie turned out. So he's like, I'm going to do my own. And then he
So
was
he made
like,
his own shitty movie.
well, I
Yes.
thought Maximum Overdrive
And then
was
he had to
based.
blame himself.
Wasn't
Then he
Maximum
claimed he has
Overdrive?
no memory of it.
Wasn't
I
that
don't
also
know,
based on a
something
short
with the hell of
story
a
that
drug.
he wrote
It
too?
was.
What's
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
one that he did that was like the space balls that would like zap you out of existence?
The Langoliers.
Thank you. That
You're
one
welcome.
sucked too.
I didn't like that one at all.
I
No,
With
Didn't
Bronson
even remember that.
Pinchot. Yeah.
that one was
Wait.
like, what is going on now? There's an airplane and there's these space balls and they eat people. I
Yeah.
quit.
well, I mean that's just. Have you seen the Trebles?
No,
No.
Critters.
Critters.
Critters too.
Critters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Critters
I wanna
was
I want
great.
to watch Slither. Is it Slither again? I haven't seen that in a
Oh,
long time.
Slither.
That's
The James
most-
Gunn one,
Is
right?
that the James? I was
Yeah.
about to say I haven't seen that movie, but that's I really
It's-
want to.
It's
I don't
wildly
remember
average.
What's his
anything-
face is in it.
Aw.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's wildly
remember
average.
anything but the bathroom scene. That's what's stuck in my mind. That the thing came in when he was going to the bathroom because it's just
Okay,
messed up.
so let's rewind. Let's rewind Slither. There was a 1980s horror flick, and I forgot which one, that it was slugs turning the people into zombies. And there was a bathroom sequence
Google. I'm gonna
from
Google
prom
that.
night. Anybody?
Was
Chat?
it
help me
Zetro?
out here?
What is it?
1980s movie. Slugs turning people
Zombies.
It's probably called Slugs.
into
Was it
monsters.
slugs?
That's how we did it in the 80s. Slugs.
Yeah,
Night
it
of the
probably was
Creeps?
called Slud. Yeah.
Night of the Creeps.
I
Does that
don't, I
sound
don't
familiar?
know. I'm trying to. I had this conversation the other day. We were trying to figure it out. I remember the school bus pulling up to maybe not prom night, but the female
Is it the
A
black
college-
slugs that turn him into?
Sorority.
Does it go? It goes into
yeah
the mouth.
sorority for a dance.
I'm about to say.
Yep.
I just found.
And I remember there being like a bathroom sequence also with somebody stuck in
All right.
the pool. And they were killing the zombies outside the sorority, and like the lawnmower wrote Night of the
That's
Creep.
Night of the
There we go.
Creeps. Yeah, that's Night of the Creeps.
All right.
The Night of the Creeps. From a world unknown
Yeah.
Stop with the thing.
comes a nightmare unimagined.
Can't get rid of it.
There we go.
Yeah, this is the one.
Around you.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Here we go.
This is the one I was actually thinking of.
Go right in, baby.
Yeah.
And you walk around while they incubate, even if you're
Oh,
dead.
that's the guy from European Vacation.
They are a new breed of terror.
Why is the pause in the middle?
They
There
are
it is.
different.
Feels like okay. My mom's favorite.
Zombies, exploding heads, creepy crawlies.
Sounds
Dad
awesome.
from Nightmare on Elm Street.
The creeps are taking over.
I got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
I thought that was Leslie
That
Nielsen for a second.
That would have been funny if it was.
That'd have been great. I'll tell you. it's-
No, that's the dude from Halloween 3.
Halloween
Oh.
3. Wasn't he the dad in Nightmare on Elm Street?
I'm
No.
so glad you showed this because I thought that was Slither, and that's why I wanted to watch Slither again. But that's definitely the movie that I was thinking of. Because I
Night of the
remember that
Creeps.
bathroom scene. Yeah.
I've
Thank you.
never
Google.
heard of that movie. I will.
No,
The
the
name
dad from Nightmare on Elm Street was the guy from Enter the Dragon, right?
Food of the gods.
All right, my friends,
No,
it is
Food
time
of the
where I
Gods
must
is where the
depart.
rats became big, where they
that's
shot
the-
scenes of
that's
the
the
rats,
Planet
and
Rats,
yeah.
Oh,
I must go. I must put the children's to bed. I love you
Good night,
all. I will
children.
see you
Good night, children.
soon.
Goodbye.
Tomorrow, Tuesday morning brew.
Yeah.
You can be the number 22 person
We already
signing up
replaced you,
for
Rory. Just go.
What? Ray, you just showed up. That's right. You're my I tag you in, sir. You're in.
Made it.
You can sign up for Path of the Pale Rider 5. That would be great.
There you go.
Could be number
John
22.
Saxon.
Or if
Hey,
you don't
Ray.
want to and you don't give a fuck, nobody else does. It's cool.
Oh,
I will
They'll be
it's
there,
fine.
and
It's
she'll be
fine. I'll
making
still get
people what I
funded. It's
make
fine.
in 2 hours.
I'll be
Yeah.
funded. It's not that. I'm just saying, like, nobody signs up for pre-launch and I just question my life choices, but then I get funded anyway.
God, don't do that.
It's good. So love
here we
y'all.
go.
I'll see you later.
Are you guilt tripping?
Later.
No, that's just the fact of the matter. Nobody signs up. It's cool. Bye.
I
For
signed
real
up.
this time. Bye. Goodbye.
Cheers.
So Jordan, John Saxon was your uncle?
This is my client. So I had him texting me and being on here at the same time. I was like, he just got a new dog, so I'm like, show, I want to see.
He got a
And he
new
said,
dog.
Very cool, man.
Yes, he got
Yeah,
a
you
new
got
dog.
stories,
We're gonna meet
Jordan.
him on Thursday.
Quick dog.
Quick dog?
No, I like dogs. Quick, show me the
No.
dog. I want to see the dog.
He married my dad's sister.
Oh, very
Oh.
cool, man. Very cool.
Awesome. We'll have to get autographs now. Oh, speaking of, I most already know it, but I got my first invite to be a guest at CreepyCon. I'm very excited. I was supposed to table last year, and that's when my room flooded. Apparently for 7 days that I didn't know about. And so I had to cancel it, and it was super, super amazing. Jennifer was super amazing, and she refunded it. And not only did she refund my table, which was the nicest thing, and she didn't have to do that because I even flat out said, listen, I know it's non-refundable. I'm just letting you know I can't attend. She refunded it, and then she gave me free tickets to attend. So
cool.
I actually, as a thank you, because I felt super guilty, I actually gave her my issues to read, and she loved it. And she sent me an invite to go in there. They pay for everything. They get the table, meals, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. So yeah, of course you can. I don't know how that works, but
No, you
it's-
can't share
You
photos
can't.
in the chat. Nope.
So,
That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
it's not a thing. You could send it to me in a text, and I think
Not
I
a
can.
thing.
You know, Tom.
Not a thing. You just got to tell them it's not a thing. It doesn't work that way. Whenever you see us sharing pictures in this thing, it's because it's going through the StreamYard system. So we're not sending her things through the stream or through the chat. So it just doesn't work that way.
Hi, Ray.
That's what it is.
Like we were pretty much going to end soon, but
That's okay. I just wanted to say hi. Tom, congrats on your funding, and Chris, congrats on funding already with X amount of days to go. You're pretty much right off the hop. It's pretty awesome.
He's not saying he doesn't want to do it. He's saying we can't do it. So
Right. Yes.
yeah, he's not saying he won't accept your photo. He's saying
No,
that it won't work.
No.
He's like,
But-
screw you and your photo. No, he doesn't. It doesn't work that way apparently. But if you want to text it to me, I can put it through somehow. But Ray actually launches tomorrow.
I do.
Yeah.
He was cooler than me to not do it on a Monday. Apparently, so cool.
Well, it was
but-
under my publisher's suggestion. We'll put it that way.
Mm.
I'm told Tuesdays are the smartest time to launch. Apparently, I like statistically.
Okay, you don't know me long enough, but I don't do things the smart way. I do things the way I do them, and
I'm
then
okay
I
with
just let
Yeah,
things.
and
Yeah.
it's such a debunked thing. It's
Is it? Yeah.
completely it's completely. Listen, Kickstarter will tell you launch on Tuesday. Don't have any logos in your picture on the thing. They have all this list of shit that they're like, this is how you do it, and I'm like, Everyone that I know that is hyper successful does it the exact opposite of what Kickstarter is telling you.
I'm fighting in chat. Are you in the group? They're fighting with me, or Joseph was fighting with me because he's like, data says Tuesday. And I was like, okay, well, I used to do it Tuesday morning, like it said, but everyone was at work. So like it would take 6 hours to 24 hours. So I said, as soon as I started doing Monday nights, it funded in 2 hours. He's like, well, it's because it's your last 5. So it should be. I was like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. I've launched on every day of the week almost over the years. For me, the best day without any question is doing it Saturday morning, afternoon. Like I launch noon Eastern time on Saturdays.
Interesting.
And we generally will fund $5,000 within an hour, maybe 2. So it's just it's you have to hit. The point is not that something's wrong. The point is that you have to find what works for you, and doing it just through sort of the cookie cutter, like Kickstarter says this, whatever. Like maybe it'll work, but maybe if you launch, like for example, Brian Polito always launches Wednesday night. And he does $400,000. So he doesn't give a shit about Tuesday. You know what I mean? So it's just, you got to do it and then kind of see the result and then decide if you want to do it that way again, or if you want to try, well, let's try Monday or let's try Saturday. Let's try, whatever it is, and just see the variation of it and then find your method. But don't get hung up in statistics and data and people telling you how to do it.
I hear you.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to do it on a Tuesday. I've launched on Tuesdays before. But just take that data when you're ready to do the next one and see if you want to do any modification.
It sounds like that's a safe thing to try out for a first-time launcher. But like you already pointed out, if you've got a solid following, then you probably have this niche that probably likes Saturdays better or something like that.
Well, and part of it also is building your audience and just directing them to a day. So if they understand we launch on Saturdays, generally speaking, then your fans will be like, oh yeah, Tom does this on Saturdays. And then every now and then we move it around, because we do these special weird days and stuff like, National Drive-In Day and stuff. But, it's
people are like,
build your audience and pick a day and then stay on that day and just and make it your day.
Cool. Yeah. That's
there's
interesting.
my client's photos. There's one. And then
you probably shouldn't be swiping right or left on stuff because see things.
It's not my texting, but that is wise. The info.
That's just a wise rule. That's not applying this. Just don't.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
It is a rule to live by. The only reason why I went to and it is annoying to wait all day because I did it at 6 merely for the fact is when I used to start it, everyone would say, I'm working, I'll do it after work. I'm working, I'll do it after work. So it was like at least 20 people that would say it. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it after work. So it's worked out really good, whether it's because of I've gotten more followers or because but it just worked out great. So, but anyway, so yeah, my, this is actually the best I think I've done my first day.
Nice. Yeah, you're now focused on Monday, right? You do it regularly Monday?
I do every Monday. Not every Monday. I do Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. So people have gotten used to being there for you when you're ready to go. So that's good.
That's cool.
We'll say,
and then
go ahead, Chad.
I was gonna say, and then if she has your phone number or Facebook, she just says, "I launched. Here's the link. Give me money," and it's fine.
I do indeed. Yeah. This is Vic's cover, by the way, for anyone that was curious of what Victor's cover looked like. Yeah. He actually made it so you can move the ghosts around, and I actually forgot to tell Lori that, so there's one behind there. But and then this is Ivan Tao's cover.
I got that one.
Yeah. It's so funny because I told him I need a nurse outfit and a motorcycle, and then that's what he did. And then he goes, "Can I have the eyes of monsters in the back?" I was like, yeah. It is a horror. You can do whatever the hell you want. But the one that I did for the first time, these are my lovely pages, which I'd never done it before. It was the glow in the dark. So I have the glow in the dark trading card and the glow in the dark cover, which I have never done before. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I did what now? Yes, I do. Yeah, I put those out of order for a reason. No, but yeah. He actually, and I know I have to say this because he's my client, but he does have amazing dogs. And they actually like me, where they're like, I have a lot of dogs. All the dogs like me afterwards. They're like, oh, I survived. I can move on. I'm happy. These dogs are like, let's jump in there and eat all our treats. And so it works out really good. And then I have like 5 that run to the van like it's an ice cream truck. And then I have like 2 that are like, I'm not going. You can't make me. And you just pick them up and bring them in there. So yeah, the life of a groomer. But Chad's getting tired. Would you like to hang up?
I didn't
Chad?
say I was getting tired.
Ray, don't you have something to show Chad?
I'm unprepared. Here, hold on.
But yes, I am getting tired.
Yeah,
you are getting tired.
Yeah, we'll end it soon. We'll end it.
No, just fine.
You
I
can
don't care.
continue on with the show as I try and find where did I put that?
If it's gonna be something weird, I'm intrigued.
It's fine. It's fine, Chad. Don't worry. It's fine. If he doesn't have it, we'll show you next.
Hold
time.
on. I know
No, it's
where
fine. I literally have nowhere to need to be. I was just yawning. I am sorry.
No, that's okay if we bore you.
I will no longer yawn anymore.
It's past his bedtime. It's 9:30.
I think I found it.
Did you find it?
I think. Here, let me go to present.
By the way, did the new Planet of the Apes movie come out
next week?
No.
Oh, it is next week. Okay, I've been watching.
I'm going to see The Mummy in the theater. I'm so excited.
I've been watching the remakes of it, 3, 4, or the one with James Franco, and then the other one.
Yeah, they're not
the remakes. Those
are not very.
What?
Good. They're not very
good.
The first one is pretty good. The other 2 just fall off.
Chad, I understand your feeling because I have these same conversations with Tom based on the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, I just shut it down, kid, and I'm just like,
Matt is my colorist, everybody. So.
Tom and I have that understanding now, as many times that I've been on here with Tom. It's like I get it.
I'll bring you all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, you are. You're rubbing off on me. Like
Matt is my colorist.
But I'll tell you, I am interested in the next one. I'm curious to see what they do with it. But I lost interest in the last trilogy.
I have not seen the last. I've only seen one, which I think it was the one with James Franco. Anyway, Ray, did you figure it out?
I think I did. Here, there you go.
Oh God. You guys are the reason why I'm an alcoholic.
Jesus.
You made Chad an alcoholic, man. This is an intervention.
Oh my God. The background should be saying shot.
Yeah.
Ray, please send that.
That's why he was so upset that you weren't here because he had it last time. So he was like,
you got whiplash there, dude.
I did. Yeah, my neck hurt. My back hurts. Just because of that.
Everything hurts. Okay, so Tom, you're already yours ended, but thanks to whoever just backed because now we're at 1650. Woohoo! When do you launch your next one? Tomorrow?
June 6th, we launch our Camp Crossover, our annual Camp Crossover series. We'll be celebrating National Drive-In Day, Skateboard Day, and Catnip Awareness Day, all in one little 12-page short story for our summer camp annuals. And then the BD 14 anthology will launch July 13th, and that's the book that I'm doing with the page you guys saw from Lori earlier. She's writing that Oz story. I'm writing a Critter story, and then Marvel writer from back in the 80s and 90s, Barry Dutter. He's writing a story for us for our superhero called Blue Jay, so I'm super excited about that. So the book's already well underway, and we should have it mostly done by the time we get there. So that should be super cool. And I have Big Shark news.
Big Shark. What is it?
So
I saw that.
It appears that Big Shark has been kept under wraps tightly by Tommy, and he has been touring the country the past year, just in random places, almost like the way that they do like Rocky Horror Picture Show. So it will appear in random places at random times, and he'll show the movie. However, supposedly it is supposed to have a digital release sometime late this year or early next year. So if you don't stumble across a live showing, it is supposed to be hitting some streaming service within the next year. So there we go. Big Shark sightings.
So now we can cancel the show once it's out. But we've got time. We still have to find it. We'll get it.
I'm looking it up to see. Yeah, so far there's. Wait.
He's been playing it in like San Francisco and Hollywood, just basically what he did with The Room when The Room came out, and it was just really small theaters, and it took a minute to kind of catch its cult following. He's doing kind of the exact same thing with the Big Shark.
He released a small trailer on Twitter.
Oh, there's a trailer. Yeah, there's been a trailer for sure.
No, he just released it today.
Oh, a new trailer?
Yeah, it's a minute and 15 seconds.
Can you show it? I got Baby Shark in my head now.
Yeah, there was a trailer for this years ago, but I didn't know there was a new trailer.
Hang on, I gotta get rid of all my porn. Hang on.
Zombie Shark.
Okay. Here we go.
Go for it.
I saw a big shark. There he is. In the Mississippi River. I saw a big shark.
Woo!
The Mississippi River does not have sharks. We're high or drunk or something. No, come on, guys. Look, I saw what I saw. I'm telling you. How big? How long? 35 feet. Okay, all right, we believe you. Yeah. We believe you. Are you believing me? Oh, yeah, I believe. Come on. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, my God, what's going on? Water. Oh, it's in the river. Get her out of here.
That's a flash.
Wow.
That is one big shark.
That is a big shark.
Come on, too slow.
Oh my God.
That actually looked.
The earliest trailers.
Where? Look, it's Chad. He's yawning.
I wasn't yawning. I was just.
The other trailer is way better than that trailer, but it's like I said, it's playing just sort of in selected places at random times. It's not like you can go just to IMAX and it's there. It's very specific marketing
IMAX.
for this thing.
That would be a great IMAX.
Wait, you're looking forward to this?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
I want to call that type of shark like. Did he leave?
No.
We kicked him out. Dude, oh my God.
Yeah,
First of all, we love the bad shark movies in here in general. But when you talk about Tommy Wiseau making a shark movie, like, holy fuck, this is going to be an event of events.
Cult classic.
Yes.
You can never tell me anything about Tom Holland.
All right, guys. I actually got to run because I gotta.
No more bashing Tom Holland as the bad Spider-Man. Don't. You can't.
Listen. Tom and I have had this discussion many times, and I've given like my bell is done. You can have that fight. All right, guys. I gotta run.
Bye, Chad.
I will see you next time.
I'm good, Chad.
Later, man.
Bye. Leave before I push you out.
Get out. Get out.
Get out.
Tsunami slide shark. I think that's what I'm going to refer to that shark as. There's a Jaws shark.
There's a great shot in the first trailer where all the guys are running, like they hang around a corner. They run out of an alley, make a left, and are running towards us. And then behind them, all that water starts coming in, like you saw there. It's like a big tsunami is coming through. And then the shark comes spinning around the corner like it's Fast and the Furious. It's just like, rah, like that.
He drifts.
I'm like, oh my, he drifts. Yeah, he drifts in the water. Like, rah. I'm like, this is hysterical. So yeah, I'm totally ready for this.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see?
It's gonna be. Listen, it's gonna be terrible. But this is the point.
It's like Planet Nine.
Gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
But
point.
did you see Trailer Shark yet?
You know what? I almost did. I was really close.
Keep
But
working towards it. You'll get there.
Carissa, how many viewers do we have right now?
50. Why? What's up?
Why don't you ask them to like, what is the most interesting shark movie title you could come up with? Like, I'll throw one out. How about Samurai Shark? Could we make a movie out of that?
Tom probably already seen one. Samurai Shark.
there is no Samurai Shark that I'm aware of.
I think we had you missed it before. We had we had the bird shark, but that was mine. Walking sharks that just pretty much made them, bears. Fearless bears on land. But yeah, I think my favorite so far has been Ghost Shark, and I did like Trailer Park Shark. I like to count the times that the burn mark moved from the left side of the body to the right side of the body. So that was fun. I've also learned a lot because the electricity stayed in the water, and I actually use electricity in my issue. Book 4, no, book 3, the book that I'm doing now. There's a zombie shark in it, and they use electricity. So I was, of course, had to watch the Trailer Park Shark because they look like by the shark. But mine, I had to look up how long the water stays electric, and it's like seconds. It's not a long time. But for them, it was like an hour. Electric.
Oh man, that's a great name. Instead of Electroshock, Electroshark. Oh,
Yeah,
the pun is just making itself up. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Here you go. I like
Alcoholic Shark starring Chad. Chad directing it.
I love it.
Chad, you left too early. There's your movie. There it is.
Yeah. So we'll have to find that one. There's
We'll
the
give him a
puppet shark,
dorsal fin.
doll shark. I did like doll shark for the comedy of it. Mostly the
Doll Shark. I almost died watching Doll Shark from the stupid scene at the very end where they're chasing the shark down at the very end, right? And throughout the whole movie, it's this little plushy shark, and it's running around the house, and it's eating people, and it's like this big and rah rah rah. And then this guy walks through the house, and they move the camera into the room, and there's just a cat laying on the floor. The cat's just like, yep, I'm here. I'm like, where did this cat come from? There's no cat in this movie. And if there's a cat, why isn't the shark eating the cat? Like, I just started to bawl so hard because it was so bizarre at that moment. Like, the cat is just sitting in the middle of the floor, and he was never there before, and you never saw him again. And there was no mention of like, hey, cat, get out of here. Like, it was just like the cat wandered into screen and nobody caught it.
We'll just roll with it. Keep it in.
It's like the plane that goes by behind Russell Crowe in Gladiator. Like people miss the plane. Like, oh shit, the cat got in the screen, but we don't have CGI to take it out.
I got a great name. Friday the Shark-teenth.
Let me
have like a Freddy
explain
glove for teeth.
2 very important scenes in Doll Shark. Okay.
Uh-huh.
One, there's a extremely happy lab that's supposed to be growling and vicious.
Yes.
So while it's happy, wagging its tail and has its mouth panting and all excited, the camera is zooming in and out of it, and there's growling sounds. But the dog is clearly happy as can be, and then it leaves
just overlaid with and the dog's just like.
Yeah, the dog is super happy. It's a clear. They use the wrong. Oh, here you go. He's got a whole synopsis. Functional alcoholic shark goes to a dead-end job and just wants to disassociate from his family by drinking beer. I watch it. The other one which is one of my favorite parts, was the father goes, I wonder if my son received the shark toy. In the picture he's looking at, the kid is holding the doll shark. But wait, there's more. not only is he holding the doll shark, it is literally a still from the next scene. So when they go to the next scene, you can clearly see that it's the doll shark scene that he was just in the picture holding.
Carissa, it's a transition.
With doll shark. There you go.
It's a transition.
That is funny. Have you ever seen the movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
No, but I know what it is.
The director of the second Ace Ventura movie. He took old footage from an old kung fu movie and he green screened himself in, and he made fun of like it's amazing. Like I don't know how to stress. The director is the main actor in it. It's phenomenal. But at one point, all the dubbing is they make fun of the bad timing in the dubbing. At one point, his dog just kind of looks over, goes like this, lies down, and you hear. So when you're talking about the dog growling but being happy, it reminded me of that movie.
Oh my god!
Like it's pretty good. You watch the opening 5 minutes of it, you'll be hooked, like for life.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even know Tubi existed until I discovered shark movies. Like this was just. I think the first time I found Tubi was that really, really bad Rotten Tail movie. With Neiman, whatever the guy's name is, Corey. Is it Corey Neiman or something? I don't know the fuck his name. Anyway, it was a guy that worked in a lab, and I don't know why he had a mutated rabbit. It wasn't the killer rabbit, but it was a mutated rabbit. And it was radiated, and then he was giving it a shot, and he got bit by it, and he slowly became this giant bunny rabbit wear thing. The sex scene was the worst. It was like the shadow and his like, he was showing how small he was, and the woman's like, "Oh, it's really tiny," and he's like, "Oh, don't you worry about it." And they're like doing it like rabbits, I suppose. It was a very weird movie. But hey, it was a free movie. I may have lost those hours of my life, but I now have something horrible to talk about later. But it was one of the movies.
Kung Pao, man, you got to look that one up because I think that's right up your alley.
I will definitely look at. I posted what's your guilty pleasure, and I got so many good movies to watch. That's where I got Trailer Park Shark. It's actually it depends where you look and what it's called. For me, it was Shark Shock.
Yeah.
And for other people,
that's what it's on Tubi. It's called Shark Shock.
Tubi is Shark Shock. Yeah. But so that's I will watch a new one this weekend. I should have watched this one. I'm slacking. I did not watch. What did I watch instead? I did watch Slamageddon again to show my friend because she did not accept how bad I said this movie was. So I had to unfortunately prove to her how bad this movie was. I did get to fast forward through the human parts because it was just awful. However, Tom, it got way worse. Okay. Way worse. Like I thought it was really, really, really bad. It gets way worse. So there's a cartoon sequence randomly in the middle of this, randomly for 4 seconds. And apparently the llama throws this green goop on this one guy who starts to turn him into a llama, though the transformation changes and reverses depending on which scene you're in. But it's turning into a llama. And it's the worst. It's like all it is fur wrapped around tied with red, with a black cord, Anyway, the most horrible thing that could ever happen in anything was the llama. It turned into a llama hentai. The llama turned into a cartoon who stood up, had tentacles for genitalia, and then raped this guy. Apparently, you didn't see it, but
that got serious real quick.
Yeah, you got to have the imagination of an idiot like me. And then he starts to lay eggs of llamas. So that was unexpected. That was an unexpected turn in my llama.
I want to be in the writing room as they're putting that script together.
Dude,
no, because
putting that script together, that's hysterical in and of itself. Like they had a script. No, they were like, "What's laying around in the garage that we can use now?"
I just did not expect a llama hentai. That was not what I expected. As far as I knew this movie where it would go, I'm not quite sure where that came from. But I was totally talk about shocked and what did I just watch?
No pro llama.
Yeah. I will say though, if he cancels his grooming on Thursday, I blame all of you. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that movie. It was it was definitely unique. But then when he lays the eggs in a barn, that was interesting.
And to clarify, when he's laying the eggs, is he like, "What's happening to my body," or is he like, "This is something I do"? We call this Tuesday. You know?
He
depending on what right, maybe it's Saturday or something like that.
I'll cancel. Heck a lot. He was kind of upset about the eggs because they were huge. These are not little eggs. So I'm gonna assume it was incredibly painful to have these eggs. Love you too. So yeah, he was not happy about the eggs, and he was half llama right now. So he was like the bottom half was like half llama, and he had ears that I'm pretty sure are bunny ears.
Would llamas accept him, or would this be like putting the shun in constipation?
I'm pretty sure this was he looked pretty constipated, pretty bad. I'm pretty sure he kept begging to be shot, which I think he finally got that deal. The only thing that was worth watching in this movie was the first 5 minutes. It was a cartoon. They all look like My Little Ponies instead of llamas for whatever reason, and they're aliens on a planet, okay, but for some reason their spaceships have the same name as the trailers on Earth. I don't know why that would be. They could have painted over it, they could have covered it up, but for whatever reason Spaceship has the same company that makes trailers as Wisconsin. And then I normally like finding mistakes in movies. It's a cinema sin that I enjoy finding.
Make sure you bring my trailer back the way you found it.
Yeah, I was laughing because first of all, they leave the party, which was the worst part of the entire movie, and they go into the driveway, and there's the way, which is not supposed to be there, because they go into the field and see the trailer. So apparently they pass the trailer to get to the trailer. And then for whatever reason, inside the trailer, mind you, from these alien llamas, there's a weapon that can fight them that they can't even hold. Like, why would they have this? It's an aluminum. It's a what is it? A bat covered in aluminum. Tinfoil. It's covered in tinfoil. But like, why would this creature have this weapon? Because they don't have any hands. It's to fight them and nobody else. And they can't even hold it. So that was literally all that was the ship, was this.
That makes sense. If that was the ultimate threat, they have it protected. Nobody else can get it. That adds
your enemies closer. Yeah, we'll go with that.
The scary thing is you made the movie sound much more interesting than it probably was.
I bought stock in it. Yeah. So there you go. Llamageddon. Some guy got a llama and was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a llama punch the heart out of some random guy peeing on the fence." And the one that gets punched out and the neck broke with the hoof, that was interesting. So yeah, if you skip all these,
the sequel will have alpacas.
Yeah. No, that's the sequel. Is the alpacas are gonna come and back them up.
Alpacalypse.
Yeah.
This shit writes itself. I mean, let's go into business. Here's the production company right here, folks. Jordan, you're involved, bro. Lock this shit in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, someday we're gonna just be watching movies, and our movie ideas are gonna show up on the screen on Tubi, and we'll be like, "What the fuck? Someone watches our show."
If I see Alpacalypse, I'm just telling the internet right now. If I see Alpacalypse, I'm coming for you.
Yeah,
we're
coming for you.
Yeah,
we're coming after you.
At least you should be able to make the comic book adaptation for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's take that away from us.
If anyone who's ever been looking for a hentai llama egg laying thing, it's out there.
No.
It's everything. Anything you've ever wanted is out there. And all we want is to watch Big Shark. We're not even looking for some hentai shark. That's probably out there. But we want Big Shark. So we're getting closer, people. We're getting closer to having
coal miner shark.
The what?
Coal miner shark just wants to put in his 12 hours, get back home after, jump in the lake, wash off.
Well, there we go. I guess we can end it here since our 1 hour show is now almost 2 hours. We can go for about 2 or 3 days, but we'll leave some of this nonsense for next week. Anyone that wants to come on next week is welcome to. Again, only if you've seen the prerequisite, which again is a big word for dyslexic, is to have seen the show before, because I will not be responsible for the nonsense that happens on the show.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah. And you can't board Tom, because we just can't handle a bored Tom. We try to keep Tom happy and coming back for more for whatever reason.
Because here's the thing: if you bore me, that's when I have to get more into the show, and that's when things get crazy. If I get bored, then I have to elevate what's going on. So
he magically lost internet last week when he looked bored.
I did, and I thought maybe we were going to lose it today too, because we actually were in the middle of storms out here, so I thought maybe we were going to crap out again today, but no, we're good.
Yeah, we'll start getting suspicious when it happens for the whole show magically and be like, Tom hasn't been here for 3 weeks.
I'll give you 5 minutes to engage me, and then I'm out.
Yeah. Jay, do you want to tell anyone where to find you or avoid you for whatever?
Yes, unstoppablecomics.com. You'll find all of my social media links on the website, Unstoppable Comics. For the next
2
more weeks.
Yeah, I'm still live. So I got 2 more weeks. You got New York versus the World on Kickstarter. And then on Saturday nights, I run a little thing now called Comic Book Streamland.
Streamland. You got to put that in. Streamland.
I want to have the He-Man bump. Streamland.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
You know, I want that in there, man.
If anybody knows how to put that together for me, let's go. Streamland featuring Jerry Rosario.
There we go. Loving it.
Punch it just like He-Man.
Oh, so that's me. Just a little less than 2 weeks left. We're funded. We're about to hit the first stretch goal. We got another one planned out. We got 3 different covers for issue number 3, which is what we're looking to fund. Issues number 1 and 2 are already printed up, so those could be added or picked up in the thing. Any returning backer gets a free Holochrome trading card.
Here's your stretch goal.
That's our stretch goal. We're about $50 away, so that's another trading card added to it. No extra charge.
Picture. That's awesome.
Yeah. Based on that nice little scene. So
I was born on Long Island, so I'm a New Yorker. So
I love the accent. I'm from New York. I'm in New York. You got it in there.
Coffee.
It's in there. It's in there. So that's telling you what the book is about. Here's some preview pages to issue number 3. So we go right into the zombie action. There's no delaying. And New York City is the main character of the book. The first issue takes place around Ellis Island. The second issue takes place around Coney Island. The third issue takes place around Brooklyn Bridge. That's the enamel pin that we got going on with the campaign. These are the previous Holochrome trading cards that were given out to our returning backers. So they're available for sale if anybody wants them. There's our digital catalog that can be added on to any reward if you want. And then we got our T-shirts that are also available in the campaign.
This one's awesome, by the way. They're both awesome, but as a plushie, this would be awesome. I'm just saying.
After this, we're going to be doing the card enamel pins for her because she's moving on. People are loving Betsy, the Zombie of Liberty, and we got a few other things planned for that baby as well.
There you go.
Thanks. So then we got Saturday night Comic Book Streamland. Carissa, you're going to be there. Ray, you're going to be there. We got somebody else. We got Tom also going to be there. I think. I don't know. Maybe if he's not bored, right? And we're having fun. We're talking comics. That's what it's all about. Comics.
Yeah, it'll be free comic book day evening.
Yes. And who knows what will be rolled out that night? Hint, hint. If you guys got anything you want to toss, to the viewers. Yeah.
Tom, are you going to be there Saturday?
On the show? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I go to Detroit for free comic book day, but I'll be back in time easily.
How far are you from Detroit proper?
Like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
Nice. All right.
I cannot.
So that's a
find-
me's. That's a me's, folks.
Ray, why can't I find your thing? What is it under?
The
Isn't it
Mad
Mad Cap?
Here, I'll put it in the private chat. Here you are, right there. There you go.
I always forget this thing. I got 8 things in here. What the hell? Am I
I
supposed
put
to
in the
know
Kung
anything?
Pao trailer for you as well. You can look that up later for reference of a terrible movie, which is so terrible it's awesome.
Okay, I don't. People got to warn me to to look at that thing because I didn't know that was. Anyway, don't expect responsible shit to go on here. Okay, here we go. And I think I could post this in the chat too.
Right on. Thank you. So we just passed 120 followers. Very grateful for all the people helping me out here. The Madcaps Medieval Fantasy 3-issue miniseries. It all takes place over one night. It's about 4 friends getting together, and something ugly happens involving some local
It's our
thugs.
show.
Yeah, but this problem involves local thugs, local drug problem, and the undead, and things escalate quickly. I am super stoked. I've got lots of cool add-ons and stuff. I've got miniatures of all the characters from the D&D side. This is based off of the first homebrew campaign I ever ran as a dungeon master in D&D. And we've got miniatures, 20-sided dice. We've got laser engraved wood of the main cover. On the flip side, we've got sketch covers, variant covers. I've got a pinup. Got some decent names attached, including colorist Dan Kemp, Harvey Selteres, Micah Myers, who's a Ringo nominee for lettering. And that's the long and the short of it. Basically, we launch tomorrow. So if anybody watching, if you were just so kind to just follow, it's definitely going to help in regards to swaying the algorithm in my favor. Big shout out to Philip Publishing and Philip Russert for taking a chance on me. I'm
Phil
really
is awesome.
excited.
Nice.
I'm really excited to see where this rabbit hole goes. It's the first time I've written something. This project has taken me over the course of just over 2 years now, just to get this one little issue together. It's not my day job, as they say. So I've taken my time with it. The second issue will definitely not take 2 years, and I plan on wrapping this nice little project sooner as opposed to later.
Awesome. All excited. What time are you launching tomorrow?
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you go.
Right on.
And shout out to Unstoppable Twitter. We have 9 people watching from Unstoppable.
Yeah!
Awesome.
39 from Worthy Chaos, 1 from my group, and 5 from Twitter for Pale Rider. So woo!
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week, regardless whether you want us to or not. We got nothing better to do. So until you bring us Big Shark, we at least will be here. So bye everybody, and go check out campaigns and everything and all that fun stuff. So awesome.